All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a very, very special and you know what, invigorating solar moment. Sometimes we think of the moments of life and it's like, how do you connect with people? I love the people who tell me what they can't do, y'all. Oh, I can't connect with the person. I can't get to the well. That's been my story this week. That's been my mentality. And I'm sitting on the phone with my mama, Tina, who done connected with me with my new sister, Leroy. And I am excited because my sister is coming to Buffalo, so I always love to start. I got to ask you a straight question, though. I'm a straight shooter. Okay. Why am I drinking this cup with a bird on it, Mom? Somebody tell me, why do I have this birdie cup this morning? I never drink out of this cup. I never. Ma, start there, because I think
I already said to her that it's just not by chance that she got that bird cup, but by the fact of it is, it's gonna bring something out this morning. Just watching something, because see, we know Streetport comes with it every time.
Well, you know what? I try to do what I can do. Try to do what I can do when I'm able to do it. How y'all ladies doing this morning?
Definitely
awesome.
Definitely doing.
That's what's up.
So I'm hearing a lot of things. Wait, I'm gonna be real pun intended. A little birdie told me you got a lot going on. So why don't you just introduce yourself, and then you know how to chime in. And then of course I sent you the information because we got the rubber band ball for your goals. That's what this thing is back here. But why don't you just make yourself at home, sis?
Okay. Well, my name is Street Poet. I'm from Rock Hill, South Carolina, currently residing in Columbia, South Carolina. Now freshly an author, just completed my first audiobook, and it will be released for everybody that's asking me about my passion. Why do I speak with so much authority and so much aggression? And you guys are gonna be able to get that inside scoop on who I am and understanding of why I am the way that I am and speak the way that I speak. Life taught me a lot of things at a very young age. So, it's just, that's probably one of the biggest things that I'm really excited for, because it was really hard being that transparent and going in and putting it down. But, I was able to get that done. Super excited with everything else that God has been able to do. Currently, on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everything, putting me in a position where I'm able to really focus on my motivational speaking and everything is amazing. Nothing short of amazing. I tell you, every day that I wake up, I'm beyond grateful and blessed because God continues to blow my mind with the things that he does in my life.
Sis, you just said everything plus some. What had happened was, tell us how you bringing her back to your hometown. What is that connection, and tell us how we gonna be blessed,
Okay, the connection come in because, as you know, No More Tears does our annual homicide and award dinner. And with the passion that Street Poet has, I know that the families that's going to be honored that night is going to really be blessed. We have so many homicides in our city that's not solved. But we also want our families to know that we hadn't forgot about them, that I didn't just leave you after that week and didn't keep in touch with you or with the children that's left behind. So this night is a very important night. We wasn't able to do it for the last 2 years because of COVID, but we normally does it every year. So, and this is the first time that we've ever charged for this event, because I've always done it free, but there's a goal set for this event this time because we want to bless the families with a memory wall in the city of Buffalo.
Yeah, that is so nice. That is so nice.
That is definitely. So I want to ask you, Street Poet, why do you?
That is so nice. Mm-hmm.
No, my question is, why do you speak with authority? When you say life, I believe in breaking it down and people healing. And I can hear it all in your voice. I can see it in your eyes. Like, we are kindred spirits. So I get it. And part of my platform is to help people identify that within them. And to me, it sounds like you take that from you and you give it to them. Where does that come from? Spell it out.
For the most part, it's after you've experienced a certain level of pain and hardship in your life, I really didn't have much of a voice, and I was one of those people that would sit back and people do say overreact, however, but it took for me to actually be in some really tight spots, some really tight situations where I noticed how I was giving more than I was getting, sacrificing for people. And then when it became my turn to be in need or needed that person to step up to the plate the way that I did, I found myself, I was always by myself. And then for some reason, I just developed this need, this desire for isolation. I just wanted to be by myself. And during that time that I was by myself, I showed myself that all I really needed was me, to believe in me, and for me to be able to become the person to myself that I was to everybody else. I did a live video July of 2017. Basically, really, it was for me. It had nothing to do with anybody else. It was me letting it be known, that I have to take ownership of my life, hold myself accountable for how I was allowing people to treat me. And basically what happened was I went to sleep and I woke up. The video was in 24 hours. It was at 4.6 million views. And it was all over the place. And it was people that was just like, yo, we need you to continue to talk, continue to post videos. And the whole time I'm thinking like, I'm doing this for me. It really doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. And, back then it was just like, I was just at that point where I still had that street mentality. I still had that street mentality. It was, I was cursing like a sailor, and it was just up there. And, people, bishops, apostles, ministers, everybody was on that post. And, people were like, she cursed too much. I get the message, but she cursed too much. And then I had ministers that was on there was like, I don't care how much she cursed. I still got to follow her because what she's saying is what I needed to hear. And, I don't, it was nothing but God. I mean, I did that particular video. And if you look at my videos now, there's no profanity in it. Not that I had to remove it because it was still me. It's just, the more that I stayed by myself, that I focused on myself, and I put that work in that prayer, that that meditating and fasting and whatnot, the more that I worked on myself, the more I developed that passion, and the more that passion came, it just forced me into that position where it was like, what, I don't want to give in. Let me show you that I still can say what I got to say without using these particular words. And you're still going to get that same aggression. You're still going to get that same passion because that's what's in me.
Yes.
And it just, every day. So I can't say nothing but God, man. It was just him in my life, and just like into a room, how cowardly you speak with aggression so that they can understand that you mean business. And that's just how it came.
I think that is so powerful. And I thank you so much for sharing that, because especially for our young women nowadays, that transition is everything. I was just sharing with Mama Tina, like, I'm in the schools, I work with young women, and what I find is they're more aggressive nowadays than our young men. The backlash comes from the way our women respond. I end up telling you, get your hands off of him. Because if you turn around and come back, right? Now, I know that we're talking aggression and even just society, how people treat. Can you tell me, how do you communicate to a young woman, baby, it don't have to stay like this? I hear what you're saying as far as everything else, but it doesn't have to stay like this. Can you talk to us?
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in the fact, I think that everybody that actually talks to me that does life coaching and whatnot for me, I'll kind of get this. It's okay through whatever emotion you need to go through. I'm a strong believer in, I'm saying, don't hoard negative feelings. It's okay for you not to be okay, but it's never okay for you to stay not okay. And that's one of the biggest things that I'm constantly saying, like, feel what you got to feel and go on. What's next? What are we going to do after this? Because if you continue to stay in that situation, whining and crying and accepting the defeat and accepting the fact that this has happened in and that's what you will always get. In order for you to be able to move forward in life and bring yourself out of the situation, you have to change enough, accept reality. This happened to me, and it's unfortunate that it did. But at the end of the day, life is not fair. And it's not going to be fair to you. It's not going to be fair to me. It's not going to be fair to the people that's coming up behind us. That's just the reality. It's not going to be fair. And sometimes good people have to go through bad things, but it's about you saying, you know what, I'm going to take this lesson that I learned in this situation and go forward. I'm going to make better decisions. I'm going to set boundaries in my life. I understand that I was beaten, I was bruised, I was left for dead, I was walked like a dog, I was lied to, I was cheated on, I was manipulated, but what are we going to do about it? You gain nothing by sitting there. You gain nothing by running from person to person, telling them about your hardships. That's not going to fix you. A lot of times, some of the people that you're talking to, they glad that you're going through it. And then the other people that you're talking to, they really don't care about it.
Girl.
So it's like, you know, at the end of it's a waste of energy. It's really a waste of energy. You have to take ownership of your life. You have to understand that it's nobody prevent from creating a better version of yourself but you. It's no invisible war going on in between the two. It's just you changing your mind to want something bigger and better for your life.
And I think go ahead, Ma.
And you know, the thing about that is it makes you think about everything that you go through is not for you. Sometimes it's for you to help someone else. You know, and sometimes, you know, that we don't have that understanding. And a lot of things we're not going to understand. But we have to remember that some of the things we go through is not for us, but it's for us to be able to help someone else.
Yes.
Exactly. And then also accepting the fact that everything ain't meant to be understood. It just is what it is. We spend a lot of time, we waste a lot of our time trying to make things make sense. Some things don't make sense. It just is what it is. But we want to prioritize it inside of our minds so that we will be able to accept it better. But the truth of the matter is the disrespect was all the closure that you needed.
I don't know if I could talk to y'all this morning. I'm gonna take my eyes off so I can't really see because I need to be blinded. I'm really like transparent about the season that I'm in, right? And on my show, I'm like, listen, I have been dormant long enough. I have hidden my talents long enough. I have been the rug long enough. I got 5 husbands and the one I'm with ain't mine, but everybody invited to my birthday party. How y'all doing, boys? I'm just saying, it's like this, right? It's this mindset that has taken over. And the beautiful part about it, and Ma, you just said it, I know I'm not alone. You know, I know it's not a alone conversation. I know women need to talk more. I've never heard the heart of our men like this in this season, like ever before, right? So then I get to meet a strong sister like you who like, yo, you ain't got to go here to here to here to here. I used to be that like, oh, it didn't work. Oh. And I allowed myself to feel. And when I allowed myself to feel and I recognized that junk hurt, and I realized that it wasn't my past, it wasn't what it does not dictate my future, right? My prayer was, Lord, connect people who I could grow with, grow around, feed in this season, near a fire, renew, right? And then here you come, right? And my like, yo, here you come. And I'm very honored to have you on this special edition on Take
Thank you. Thank you.
My heart is like overwhelmed just listening to you. And I believe in connections. Like I always say, the Solar Moment says they have nothing to do with the fact that my community calls me that, but it's about energized moments, recognizing where you are. I've been doing this for like 5 years and I'm not about to cry, but I know I'm about to hear something from you and her. And it felt like it was time to give up. I'm going to be honest. I was like, I'm done. Last year, my doctor was like, either we do surgery or you're dead. I was there. I wrote my will out. I accepted what I did not understand, right? But now that I'm on this side, and I know we're not alone being on this side, going through all of that. I went through a divorce. I was like, really? I thought this time I got it right. You can't convince me that I'm not putting in the work because I know for a fact I'm using guided. No, okay, maybe, right? But I got out of all of that and I'm still standing, and the recovery has been almost 2 years and people don't realize that. And it's not a timestamp on it. Because every recovery, like you said, some mornings I woke up and I was like, oh, okay, I no more. Okay, I ain't gonna drink no more because I ain't gonna lie. I never knew they make bottles of tequila that big. I did not know. I just didn't know until I had one. But when I woke up and I was like, that doesn't work for me. Sis, when you come to my time, I am looking forward to what seeds you're going to plant. I'm gonna be the first one to be like, yo, I met her. This is my sister. So I can't wait till you get here. But I just want to hear
Thank you.
like really, 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 God just keep using you. God keep using you. What does that feel like?
Yes,
How do you do this?
man. You know what? That's crazy that you asked me that. I don't know right now. I can't because I found myself last week. Oh, it's still Saturday. So this week I found myself, I was sitting on my and my wife looked at me and she said, why you look like that? And I said, I just, he's blowing my mind. God is blowing my mind so much right now with all the different opportunities, with every door that he's opening, all the people that he's placing in my path. You have to understand that I'm coming from the trenches. I'm coming from a broken family, a broken community. I'm coming from a place where there's but hurt and when life what you can and to that I wanted to do, how I wanted to move. It's like boom, it's happening, it's unfolding. And one thing about it is, even in the middle of all of that, I'm just being consistent. I'm keeping that same determination. I'm waking up, and my prayer for this season is just, what, I don't know what it is that you're doing in my life. I don't know what it is that you want me to do, but I know what the plan was, and I'm sticking to the plan. Every single day I'm waking up and I'm determined. No matter what type of feelings that I'm having, I'm getting my live videos done. Why? Because I got a group of people that's following me, that's looking for that word, so I don't get to have the days off. I don't get to have I don't feel like it, or because even in those times when I don't feel like it, he shows up. Sometimes I log on and I don't even have a message. It's just whatever you're going to give me today. Sometimes the gems and things that y'all are like, oh, wow, that is so deep. It's not even in my notes. It's just about me. For me, it's about being effective. It's about being that person that I can honestly what I'm walking in peace. Whenever he tells me to do is what's gonna happen. The street. I came off the street, you know what I'm saying? I'm selling drugs, I'm running with the wrong people, I'm doing all these different things. And my thing was, if you want me that bad, replace the money, replace the finances, replace the stability that I have through these things. If you give me that, then you have me.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done that, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. It's like whether it's through the bookings, flying me in and out of state, it's been, what I'm saying, the life coaching sessions. It's been people subscribing, to my Patreon, people buying my apparel. It's like you have absolutely no reason to revert back to your old life. I've set you up so much now that the only thing that you have to do is wake up, give me praise, give me honor, give me glory, continue to read, continue to pick up your self-help books, and just be consistent. And that's my drive every day. So right now, I can have to honestly tell you that I don't know what it is that he's doing, but as long as he continued to lead and to guide, I'm just here for it. I'm just here for it.
Ma, how you picking us up? What you just never stop being Mama Tina. You never stop making us be foot soldiers. You don't sleep on us. Now you got us like state to state. We run dolo from state to state. Hey, like let's get it. I'm sorry, my bad. That was the
yeah. Oh no, you're absolutely right, because I tell you what, she's a blessing. She's a huge blessing. I mean, I'm waking up, I'm driving from Columbia to Atlanta yesterday, and then I received this text, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, did you really? And I'm looking at a newspaper clipping in a whole nother state that I've never even been in. And then, it's just like everything. And I'm like, yo, what is going on? But when you spiritually led, when God is telling you to do what you do, and I appreciate her so much, because sometimes when you do get these bookings, it's like, okay, well, we're gonna see what you can do. We're gonna see what you can do. But with her, I don't mind going outside of my way, doing the promotion, helping out, doing whatever I can, because I tell you, when I say she loves me and supports me, and I can tell that it's genuine, anybody that flies out, I walk into my speaking engagement in Atlanta, she in Atlanta. I'm like, what is you doing out here? I came to see you. I came to love on you. Man, it's nothing in the world like it. So you're absolutely right. A very very, very beautiful person, a beautiful soul, really authentic and spiritually led. So, forever a sister of mine, for sure.
Same here, same here. I think that, God puts people in our lives for whatever reason it may be. And just not being able to do the wars dinner with my families, because I call them my families, because they my families, because I'm still in touch with them, over the years. And to be able to get such a powerful speaker to come in and speak into their life, because see, I'm very funny acting when it comes to my families. I don't just let any and everybody come to them. I'm not gonna let any counselor the kids. They my families. I'm at birthday parties, weddings, graduation, because now they're part of me. Yeah. So
wow.
And just the families that I've worked with so many. I can't name them all, and I can't award all of them when I do the dinner. So I do so many at each event. So like this year, we got 26 women that's being honored, or families and women. So to be able to just speak into their life on a positive note, because what the enemy meant for bad, we turn it for the good.
He's
turning,
you see what I'm saying?
So just to speak into their lives on the positive end, you know what I'm saying? We got a young lady, Kendra Tillman, that was killed with her 2 children in the car with her on Butler Street. We got Geneva that was killed downtown. We just had Cece that we was talking about get killed, So I could go on and on with this list, you know what I'm saying? And I'm in these people's house I'm at the crime scene all the way to after the funeral. Then even years and months after the funeral, I'm still with these families, because for whatever reason, I might need to help them get moved. I might need to help the kids get counseling. I might need to just do whatever the need of the family may be, because every family is different. So when we look at it and we think about our community and our people, because I'm, just like Street said, I'm gutter. I'm from the hood, GYC all day, every day. So I understand what Solar. Our neighborhood wasn't the neighborhood, but it was the best neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So we ran the gutters as well. I ain't always been this good girl. So I'm saying that to say that, running for office and, the city owes me nothing. It's payback time. It's payback time.
I like that. Listen, you ladies don't know how empowering this season is to have you just taking this solar moment. Sis, I'm gonna be telling you the truth. I'm in training to get, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. I want to get where you at in life, right? And I'm in training. I get up, I go to the gym, I stay consistent on my blog, my platforms are flowing. I like the fact that you are fit. Right? Your Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We call that fit. I've always been into the marketing side though. I'm moving more into it thanks to Tim Kirk. He's pushing me to another side. And as I'm being pushed and I'm being molded, I'm going to do something. And this is the season of the takeover. I'm going to do something I don't do on my show. And this is going to feel weird. I'm going to ask you, I know we got viewers that's going to listen to this, but I'm going to ask you to pour into me. I'm going to give both of y'all the opportunity to pour into me as y'all little sister, because when y'all come into the city, I know that we got to connect, definitely got to connect, but I need to hear why I need to hear. So I'm open, go for it.
Well, I think the thing that we all need to understand in this year is one thing that I'm speaking over every and anybody that's connected to me. You know what I mean? Because my prayers are never the prayers of just myself. I want to pray for, everybody that's connected to me. I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody succeed and accomplish the goals that they want to accomplish. I think that the biggest thing that we need to understand and we need to claim in our own lives for this season is the year of expansion. It's the year of expansion. And that's what I pray every single day when people ask me about my life and the opportunities and the doors that are open. And it's like, what is going on now? This is the year of expansion. But why do you say that? Because this is my year to expand my reach, whether it's on my social media platforms, it's me hopping on a flight, me getting in my car and driving out, from state to state. People need to understand that it's okay for you to lose control. You don't have to be in control over everything. You don't have to be that type of person that has to go outside of your way to save everybody, to be everything to everybody. This is our to have tunnel vision, to focus on our grind, to focus on our businesses, our brands, to focus on rebuilding our own foundation, because there's so many people that are broken inside, so we can get all these things financially, but what is your spiritual level at? And I think, and that's what I'm really putting my focus into right now. It's all about, like healing. I tell people all the time, hey, look, go grab the Patreon, go do something other than TikTok and Facebook and everything else. We love those platforms. We make money on those platforms and we're able to do certain things, but more important than that TikTok dance or those subliminal posts you about to send your ex on Facebook and all that other stuff, you need to be you really need to be focusing on your mental health, because if you're not seeing what we're seeing right now, then you are the problem. We are the world is broken.
And you know what? You're absolutely right, because see, we worry about the no's, but sometimes rejections are protection. Every rejection is not a bad rejection in the process.
Exactly.
Going through to get where you need to be. So that's a part of the walk. That's a part of the talk. That's a part of you being you. Who you are and what you're about, because you know better than anyone. So I look at focusing on me and move forward. Like your word, Street, 10 toes.
Oh yeah,
your words.
Most definitely. Yeah, man. I tell you what, I stand behind that all the time, and I tell people all the time, especially when they want to do something, they like, I really want to start this business. I really want to focus on this, and I'm like, well, what's stopping you? What's stopping you from being great? What's stopping you from succeeding? What's stopping you? Nobody. There's no invisible line that that you have to cross. All you have to do is make up your mind. Is what I'm doing. You're gonna focus. If you're thinking that you're always gonna be with the lack, you're gonna always be thinking, oh yeah, we're from paycheck to paycheck. No, you don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. You want to make sure that I want to get these bills paid, and I still want to shop. I still want to travel. I still want to live a really good life. And that's how you have to view your life. You have to put yourself there mentally first.
I'm definitely agreeing with everything. And I like what you both have said. And the reason I said, say it to me, because I don't know, some people, their ears may not be keen to understand. So what I'm willing to do is accept that on my life, right? Accept that on my life. And I think that's the first part for anybody. So the best way to be an example is to be that example. I could be like, oh yeah,
exactly.
To them. That's going to pass me by. Oh, I've arrived. Oh, no, my favorite one that the young folks say, oh, I'm good. I'm good. And they be tore up. So I'm no longer doing the Band-Aid thing with anyone that I come in contact with. If you want a Band-Aid, you probably want to go to Rite Aid or something like that. It's full surgery and recovery up in
here. Right. And I mean, and that's the thinking you have to have. Oh yeah.
Now, and the thing, that's
how it has to be.
Yeah, and this year, I put it up probably a couple of weeks ago, and I put her. But I was thinking, because I'm always writing notes, and I put it as healed, empowered, and released. This is the year for it. This is the year for it. But you got to be consistent with it.
Exactly. You're absolutely right about that, and that's the thing that I think a lot of people need to understand. It's that consistency, and they get so easily discouraged. Well, the first time, if it doesn't work, they want to throw in the towel. They want to fold. You got to understand that if anything worth having is going to be worth working for, you're going to have to put in some work in order for you to be able to receive what it is that you want to get. And a lot of times, they get discouraged because it doesn't come in the time that they want it to come. And that's the reason, that's where I come in at, just to try to help them stay motivated, help them stay inspired to keep going no matter what. Because no matter how many times you knock in that door, it's no, eventually you're going to get a yes. Even if you get in that yes because they're sick and tired of you knocking on the door, who cares? I'm going to keep coming until you let me in.
I definitely believe in that theory. I think that's how I became who I am in my town. I'm like, no, wait, can we look at it a different way? You know, like, well, if no to this may not work for us, let's look at it. Well, what would work for you?
Yeah.
And I think that communication part in this season is very important. Asking questions, probing, making sure that you get clear understanding. You know, hearing does come, you know, the word comes by hearing, and hearing comes by the word of God, right? We hear that part, but I think it also, we have to make sure that what we guard in our mouths be acceptable. How do you understand so that you're not so offensive, right? And I think part of being leaders, and what I see in both of you, is that I'm gonna give you the raw dog of truth, but I'm gonna show you the love I have. I'm not gonna just be like, oh yeah, I love you, but shut up. It's and I've seen that, right? You're like, no, let me meet you where you are. And this is where you are. I don't expect nothing more from you right now, but I'm willing, if you're willing to do the work. Can we talk about that really, you know, the work? When we tell people to do, change their mindset, I'm finding that I don't know about you, and I can look you in your eyes, and I bet you this is what you hear. Yeah, I'm gonna do the work.
Right. And you get that a lot. You get that a lot, especially. You get that a lot. I'm gonna do the work, and especially when you're doing life coaching, you have people that are signing up, and you know they actually paying for their service. You give them the homework, you give them the techniques, the things that you want them to practice, and you got some people that's gonna go above and beyond. That's gonna do the homework. They're gonna get the vision boards done. They're gonna do their morning routine. They're gonna go grab the self-help book. They're gonna do exactly what you said, and then you have some people that are gonna sign up for life coaching. They're gonna come to you and tell you all the things that they have in their life, how they're broken, how they're going through this, that, and the third. And then you come back and you say, well, did you practice your morning routine? Did you grab the book that I tell you to grab? You know what I mean? How are you utilizing your lunch breaks now? You know what I mean? Are you separating from people and things that are in situations that are not profitable to your life? Are you doing these things? Well, no, you know, I'll be too tired to wake up and do my positive affirmations in my prayer in the morning. Well, you know, I've been trying to get over there to, you know, grab that book. And then it's like, you know, in those moments, you have to let people know, like, well, you know, I want you to understand that nobody's prolonging your healing but you, because I'm giving you the tools.
And I definitely agree.
And at this
yes.
point, if you don't do the work,
we'll break up just a little bit.
Yeah. Point if you don't do the work, and some people don't want things that's within them that's broken. They just want the attention that it brings. As long as I'm damaged, as long as I'm hurt, as long as I'm going through something, I got your attention. So you just got to kind of learn the difference in between them.
And that's real. You know, you're getting ready to come home, and you're bringing sis to a town that I just did a documentary with Doug Ruffin, and sis, I want you to watch it. It'll give you an idea about Doug Ruffin, the Buffalo History Channel. He captures the history of so much. And I just did a documentary highlighting, you know, my 20 years, but what was resounding is that what happened almost 20 years ago, where you're coming, is literally mimicking itself right now. So we know that history is a resurgence. We understand that history. When I think of how our young people in 1999 were being killed, just like what's going on now, the only difference was it wasn't as many young women. How we were fighting to make sure that programmatic things were in place, how we didn't have that structure, so-called. I believe that back then you were even one that was like, back in GYC, we was picking up bodies, real, like seriously picking up bodies, or going into Central Park Plaza. And then what I come to find out today is we don't recognize that those things were traumatic in our life, like those things. And now here we are 20 years later. Those people are the parents of the kids that we're raising now. I'm one of them, right? So now you have a generational thing that we're filling in, that we have to speak to. And do you believe that in your ministry, in your walk, in your work, that there's a certain translation that we have to identify? I don't know how I'm saying this or where it's coming from, but that translation, I'm looking at 20 years ago. And we didn't have social media. We didn't have this. We were grassroots. We still had cardboard signs. Like, how do you translate to realize, make your message relevant?
That was for Tina, right?
We can start with Mama Tina. Yeah, how do you, because you've been doing this. We went from picking up, now we have it, your mic is on. Your mic is on, Mama. That's what it is. Mama Tina, yeah, your mic is on. Yeah, okay.
Okay, and absolutely, because see, this is the thing, you're absolutely really right. We were that GYC out there actually picking up bodies once the snow melt, a body rolled from up under the snow. Absolutely, that was us. And now that, like you said, we went from the cardboard signs, now we have social media. But no matter how we approach it, no matter what the change from the 20-year difference, it's the root of the problem that we got to address. See, in the root, we got to go into the homes. See, we can do programming, we can throw money like we was talking before the show started. But if we don't address the root, because see, the trauma from 20 years ago is what these kids is feeling now, because the parents never got any help, never got any heal. They're doing just the best that they know how to do. So now these parents is raising these children, they don't know what to do, because see, they're still traumatized from the 20-year episode.
Mm-hmm. The thing that and that's
right. Most definitely.
So
because they never was taught.
I agree. I agree.
You got babies raising babies, and literally, you know what I'm saying? And we are, you're in the school system just like, me being inside the school. The thing of it is, if we don't build a relationship, because that's key. Because see, and our youth know who's who and what's what. It's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. They know, and they're gonna tell you real quick, dude, get out my face. You just bought some work from me last week. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a part of an organization. Let's keep it 100.
Right.
A lot of our organizations need to do some cleaning up before you can even step to our children.
Yeah.
That's one of those.
I agree.
Look at
I think that was perfect.
You can come with your gear on. You can come with your gear on, but come correct. Because see, if you don't come correct, they are going to correct you.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like I'm not sure of the actual verse or how it went, but you remember in that part of the Bible where it was saying, I remember this person and that person when they was casting out the demons, and the demons asked them, but who are you? You can't just show up over here and think that you can call something out and shut something down. Like, what I'm saying? Who gave you authority? Who are you speaking from? Like, who are you led by? So yeah, so I most definitely agree with what Miss Tina said. That is definitely how it goes around here. And that's one of the things, like, even with my life, I think that I do attract a lot of people because it's not about what I learned at a school. It's not about something that, I was taught. These people identify with the hurt that I had to experience. They identify with the struggles that I had. So it's like, when I'm talking to them, they know that, this is not something that she's making up. This is something that she has experience in. And this type of experience, you just can't get in a book,
Right, because real recognize real.
And that is so true. And
exactly. It
definitely does.
Yeah, real recognize real. So even before you come step into me, and you can't be judgmental. You know what I'm saying? Just like I was telling you how I would go in the homes and clean up the bedroom and wash clothes to make sure John got to school so he wouldn't miss no more days. How many people gonna actually go in somebody's house and help clean up? You know what I'm saying? So we have, it's not about you. It's not about you.
Right.
That's a message. I'm gonna get this to one of them preachers. Now say that twice with the title. You said how many people go into the house and help them clean up? Well, I'm talking to two that go into literally, figuratively,
most definitely
the house and help it get cleaned up.
Exactly. And Solar, with all the homicides, that I deal with, I have went into homes, bought curtains, bought blinds, clean up the house, because everybody ain't the best housekeeper, but that's not my place to tell them that. You see what I'm saying? I'm rolling up my sleeve because you're gonna have a lot of company. When it's a homicide, it's a lot of cameras.
Yes.
Right. People are gonna most definitely come.
Right. So we already look bad, you know what I'm saying? So, but at my, if I'm there, we're not gonna have this going on. So I'm rolling up, I'm mopping, I'm hanging blinds, I'm hanging curtains, I'm helping the family get clothes to wear to the funeral, whatever the need of the family may be. You know what I'm saying? And this is all from self. So, if you don't have the heart for it, the care, the concern for your people in your community, then hey,
Mhm.
move over. Move
Right,
around
right.
now, move around and go on over there. You know what
Sit
I'm saying?
down
Because
now.
Well,
it's
ladies, I got
just not what it do.
And I know
exactly.
you about to leave the gym.
Yeah, yeah, I got to get up. I got to, my class is about to start. Is there any other questions or anything else you guys need from me?
Yes, last but not least, and I was just about to ask you this. Can you just give
Okay.
us your last wrap up by saying how do we get in contact with you and just get ready and tell Buffalo, you know
Oh,
what to
okay.
say to Buffalo. Tell them what to do.
All right. Well, how you can get in touch with me? I am on all platforms. Leroy Hall on Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook. It's Leroy Hall on TikTok and Instagram. Is both Street Poet underscore 1125. Anything that you need for me, if you go onto my Instagram or my Facebook or TikTok, if any other platforms or you want to catch me anywhere, all you have to do is click that link that's in my bio. It will open up every single thing that has something to do with me, including my website. And yes, for sure, I need everybody to make sure that they report to Buffalo, New York. I will be out there on March the 12th. And I'm telling you now, I'm definitely coming into the room. I will definitely be in the room. The same person that you see online will be the same exact person with that same exact energy that you would see March the 12th. I've been working on what I'm going to be talking about, and I'm most definitely I'm fired up and I'm ready.
Thank you so much. Yo, go handle that class for me. I think I'm gonna get me some little
Thank
arms in
you.
today. Thank you so much, sis. Peace and
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you guys so much for having me. Love, 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 love to both of you guys. I can't wait to get out there and actually exchange this energy in person, man. You guys be safe and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
thank
You
you.
as well.
Mama, that was powerful. Thank you so
She's,
much for
thank
introducing me
you.
to my new sister. She gonna get a rubber
Thank
band on the
you.
rubber band ball. We can say this on here. Just in case people don't know, this rubber band ball is ages old and very heavy, right? It has grown by leaps and bounds.
Yes,
But
yes.
I don't purchase the rubber bands for it. That's not what God put on me 20 something years ago. I've always either found them. I used to be a rubber band thief. That was my one honest thing. I don't steal, but I will steal a rubber band. And so Mama Tina, I kind of told her that. So I look forward to adding to this in so many positive ways, healing for your event, for the things that you could and people that you continuously bless. For the vision and the provision. I really truly thank you for all of that. I thank you for always supporting. I saw you got your copy of Cast Iron on Mission, so thank you for that.
Yes, yes,
So much.
yes, yes.
Oh, thank you for your son over here, Tim Newkirk. I got to give him a shout out because he's definitely someone who's making sure that you have a foot soldier here, and he's doing a great job with continuing to work. So I can't say any of them pull up me in, so I'm just so tired of them. I'm just joking.
Absolutely, absolutely,
What do you want
absolutely.
to say to the people before we go about our Sabbath?
I want to say, first of all, thank you so much for allowing us to be on your show this morning, because we know you are the community daughter, and we know that you're going to keep it right, real, and real funky at the same time. So, and we appreciate that. But March the 12th, 2022, Lucarelli's Banquet Facility, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., Leroy Hall, Streetport will be in the house. We will be honoring 26 great women of our community. So it's going to be a night to remember. It's going to be a night that you don't want to miss on no terms. Be there, be in the house. Tickets are $50. Tables are $500. We cutting off our sales on this Friday because we have to give the center a count of people in advance. So please, you have up until Friday, the 26th, to purchase your tickets. If you choose that you don't want a dinner, you don't want to sit down and dinner, but you just want to come hear Leroy speak after dinner, you can come in on a $25 ticket. If you choose not to sit down as far as a dinner, because it is by the plate. So once again, we thank y'all. Come out and support these families. And let's just have a good time and fellowship.
Oh my, I look forward to seeing you. I can't wait till you get in town because it's gonna be a good week for you too.
Oh yes, a busy week because I'm trying to hit the party.
You gotta come to listen.
I
Listen.
might have to just dip in and dip
Listen.
out because you're gonna be doing airport runs.
Okay, well,
So
listen, I got you, but I'm gonna make sure that it's live so you can stream. I really do
yes,
thank you. I look forward to seeing you. Once again, you heard it, Lucarelli's March 12th. You're gonna have a busy week. Thursday, you can go to Je ne sais quoi. You're gonna get an entertaining birthday celebration and a big announcement. It's a huge announcement coming with that as
okay,
well. Oh, yeah, that's
all right, all right.
and Friday, of course, you know, we got live music, but then Saturday, you can go over to Lucarelli's, then Sunday, like it's always, trust me, it's a lot about to happen in the city of Buffalo. And this is just the beginning. Thank you once again, Mama.
Yes,
I love you.
thank you. Love you much.
Peace.